Good afternoon. I'm Marla Ellerman. I'm publisher of Mobile Marketing and Technology Online. We're here today at Transact 15, and I'm here with Ben Wong, who's VP Business Development for Bindo. Thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for inviting me here.
You're so welcome. Tell us a little bit about Bindo.
Cool. So Bindo is a 4-year-old company. We're based out of New York and Hong Kong. So New York is the U.S. is our main sales and business development operations, and Hong Kong is really where a lot of our development takes place. But we are branching out to there as well. So we have a couple of products. Our first product is our iPad, a cloud-based iPad point-of-sale system, and we're focused mostly on SMB retailers. We are also looking at a couple of enterprise retailers too. We just signed a bunch up. So our iPad point-of-sale system comes complete with full inventory management, CRM, analytics, suppliers, discount, all the usual like boring point-of-sale stuff that, that's all required. And then we have a much more interesting solution, which is what really differentiates us from some of our competitors out there, which is the Bindo Marketplace. So essentially with the Bindo Marketplace, what we do is we aggregate all these stores and these products and we throw it into a consumer platform. So a consumer will pull out the Bindo Marketplace app and he's going to see all these stores and the products in his area, and he's going to click into each store, see what they have on offer, and then purchase directly from it. When he does, it pushes that order real time to the store's point of sale system. So the merchant's going to sit in his storefront or his office or whatever, and he's going to see these orders come up real time. And he's going to press confirm order, and what that then happens, it sends a ping to a delivery company, they pick it up and deliver it to the customer. So we end up creating this entire ecosystem for online shopping and in-store shopping and mobile commerce as well.
Does Bindo handle the fulfillment center, or does the fulfillment center is the retailer responsible for fulfilling that product?
So we have a couple of models. Well, no, the retailer is never responsible for fulfilling that product. It's actually we who do that. So we partner with a few logistics partners.
Okay.
Based out on the East Coast, because that's where we're primarily based.
Okay.
And these guys are going to be, we're integrating with these guys, and they're going to be fulfilling all these orders. So the retailer never has to do anything. It's really straightforward for it.
So tell me, what brings you to Transact 15?
Sure. So we're actually co-exhibiting one of our hardware partners out here, which is POS. POS. So POS has this really cool integrated receipt printer, these 2D barcode scanners in the stand, and some of their stands have the pin pad as well.
They have a great omni-channel product.
They have a really cool omni-channel product. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard a lot about them.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, so we work very closely with POS in Asia. We distribute, we're pretty much one of their few ISV partners out there, and we're also working with them closely out in the U.S. So they invited us out here. I checked out some of the exhibitors, and there's some really interesting companies, a lot of cool, new up-and-coming point-of-sale companies, as well as a lot of ISOs, acquirers, and some innovative retail technology. So, I thought it's a great fit. Why not, network and hustle with some of the guys in our space.
Yeah, good. So what are the potential security concerns posed by P2P systems and mobile wallet adoption?
Sure. So, if you look at some of the recent or the very high-profile breaches, such as Target, a lot of these breaches are taking place because they're using very antiquated point-of-sale systems. So, firstly, they're using Windows-based systems. Secondly, they're often server-based solutions, and thirdly, magnetic stripe data or their credit card terminals are not often secured, or they're not actually encrypted and sent at they're not encrypted through the device. So, I'll expand on that. So, firstly, server-based solutions. It's often much easier to breach than a cloud-based infrastructure, because server-based solutions are often storing the data all on your point of sale, right, or on your local servers. And obviously, it's much easier to breach something like that versus cloud-based infrastructure that's hosted on Amazon or IBM SoftLayer or any of these guys that are used by government and military, right? It's obviously going to be a lot more secure. So that's one reason. Secondly, Windows computers, they tend to be generally they're more easier to breach, right? People can open up stupid attachments or open up stupid programs, and that just lets in a whole flood of viruses and whatnot and what have you. So tablets tend to be a lot more secure, everything on the App Store is obviously secure. You can't get any nasty things if you download from the App Store. So we're tablet-based, so we solve, one part of that. And then also, the magstripe technology, right? It's based on very antiquated cassette tape technology, which is very easy to copy. And a lot of these credit card terminals as well are not actually encrypting information. The information is it's being stored locally on the point of sale device. So with our solution, we're all EMV compliant, and it's always passed. All your credit card data is encrypted and tokenized at the point of capture. So at the point of the credit card terminal capture, and it's sent encrypted through our gateway to the acquirer, where it's then decrypted on their end. So we never actually keep any of the data ourselves, and that also makes it a lot more secure than some of the traditional systems out there.
Why do you think retailers should invest in retail technology?
Sure. So, retail technology. So, a couple of reasons. If you look at, I mean, at the end of the day, technology is there to really facilitate operations of the business, right? So even like something as rudimentary as pen and paper or even an Excel spreadsheet, you could almost consider as a point of sale system, right? A point of sale system is just basically a way to manage all your inventory, run all your transactions and everything there.
Right.
So if you're using lots of different like devices, let's say a cash register, and they're using like Excel or hand and paper for inventory, and they're using like some different like payroll system, all these different platforms are just spread out everywhere, and it makes that very inefficient to manage everything. If you don't have an automated inventory management system, right? So every day, which means that every day you have to go back home and reconcile your +1, -1, +1, -1.
Right.
It gets really tedious, right? So what retailers should have is an integrated solution for really bringing all these different parts together. So we have integrated processing, we have inventory management, we have CRM, and that really allows them to maximize their, to really improve their operational efficiency and also maximize their revenue. So that's, one of the big reasons I think retailers should implement technology. And if you look at some of the luxury retailers, they're doing a lot of cool stuff. Like they have cameras that track movement of where everyone's going.
Right.
They can figure out like, okay, like customers when they walk into the store are always looking right, so they know how to put, how to lay out everything.
Right. Or
So
somebody's in the aisle for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
and they
exactly.
obviously can't find the products. Yeah.
Exactly, or maybe like iBeacons coming out. Like now you can like ping like customers in the nearby area to come alert them to come to your store.
Right.
So I think technology improves operational efficiency and it brings a lot more revenue to the merchant. So that's the reason why merchants should invest in bringing this technology. Like at the end of the day, like it may be a small investment, like maybe a couple $100 or $1,000, but I think the long-term benefits of bringing technology into the store are really important.
Why should retailers upgrade to cloud-based POS systems, and why wouldn't they? I mean, that's where all the technology is going.
Why wouldn't they? Okay, so I'll start with that question first. I would say in general, iPad-based or tablet-based point-of-sale systems in general tend to be less sophisticated than some of the more legacy-based systems out there. If you look at some enterprise retailers, they almost always are developing their own solution or heavily customizing an existing solution. And that's because, Windows computer, it's been around for ages. People have had 20, 30 years to develop a really good system. And it's also a larger screen at the end of the day. So those are some of the reasons why a retailer wouldn't upgrade to a cloud-based point-of-sale system or a tablet-based point-of-sale system, especially larger retailers.
Okay.
And secondly, I guess some retailers are reluctant to upgrade to it because they're afraid of the transition. I always compare like moving point of sale system, like replacing your computer like 5 years ago when you didn't have like cloud, like Dropbox and things like that. You would associate it's like a huge hassle. You got to like export everything. It takes like 2 days to do everything.
Right.
So a lot of retailers are stuck in this mentality too. They think, oh, it's terrifying to like change point of sale system. So that's one of the reasons why they don't. Why they should upgrade to cloud-based point-of-sale systems? For some of those reasons I mentioned earlier, like security,
right,
ease of use. Most of the tablet-based systems are all cloud-based now, so they can allow you to really just manage all your sales, manage all your inventory from anywhere, for any location. You don't need to set up your complicated like VPN or server-based stuff, which is horrible and messy. You got to hire IT guys to manage all that. Cloud-based is simple. You basically outsource all this boring like server hosting stuff to other companies like us. We handle that for you, and we just basically simplify stuff for your business. Cloud-based point-of-sale systems also enable you to engage in more omni-channel stuff. So we can tie iBeacons, or we can tie a Marketplace, or other e-commerce and mobile commerce solutions into this.
Well, great. Gosh, Ben, you just gave us
a
whole slew of information. We really appreciate it.
It's okay.
And we look forward to working with you in the future, and we hope to see you at the next show.
Cool. I hope to see you there too.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for watching.